clock going. We're a minute late, which is, I'll put my hands up and say it was totally my fault. Got carried away talking about Amazon Live.
You got excited about it, which is good.
Yeah. But we are back, and we will be on screen in 12 seconds. No, we won't. That went quick, didn't it? What happened then?
No, time's flying by.
Let's hide that card then, and go side by side. Hello, Fonz.
Yeah, I'm back.
Indeed, we are back. The team is back, and we have the music quiz with us, with a twist this time, as we revealed in a moment. And we're saying hello to. Right. Okay, Corinda.
That's me every day, so don't worry about it.
Tell us why you're confused. But basically, now that I've got 4 Amazon Live shows, and one of them is on Monday. So to avoid any conflict, we've moved this show kind of. One said, yes, we moved this show to today. Over to Corinda. Welcome back, Fonz.
Yeah.
There you are.
Good. It's good to be back.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking just before we started about we were talking about 2 things. We got carried away, which was my fault. We were talking about my going out with the gimbal and actually filming things.
Yeah.
So we're up for we could intersperse the music show with I Live Here. And
could do,
other videos and show you, because you should get out and about in the fresh air and do some more videos.
Yeah, I have been out and about, but I haven't really been doing videos so much.
Right.
But it's something we're going to do again. Yeah.
That'd be good. And this, well, yeah. I mean, then we've got variety, because everybody listens to me all the time. Not good. I mean, I can now. I've got 4 videos down the carousel. I can just bring up a video and play it on the show, and that's what I'll be doing later today. Over to Corinda again. All right. A Dusty called 999. All right. Okay. On the new laptop.
I'll have a look. Tell him what it means.
Okay. Yeah. Well, off the top of my head, I don't know. What happens when you go to Corinda? Go to Google search and type in Audacity 999. It's
an error that indicates something wrong, and Audacity cannot detect or connect to your mic. It's to do with the microphone.
Right. So there you are, Corinda. It's not detecting the microphone. The best advice we can give is to unplug the microphone and plug it back in again.
Yeah. And check the microphone settings probably as well. You might, because it's a new computer, it might not be set up to connect.
Yeah, that's true. So what I suggest to do is check the settings and unplug and plug back in again. I mean, there's very little you have control of apart from it being connected to your computer properly, so that the software can actually see it.
Yeah, okay. That's what it is. It can't see it at the moment, so until it sees it, it's not recognizing it.
Right now, there are no restrictions on Audacity. It's free software, so there's nothing to do with that. It's just
I tell you, it is good software. A lot of radio stations I worked for in the past actually highly recommend it. So it is good software.
The other thing you could do, Corinda. Well, Fonz is right. Over to you, Fonz.
I don't know. Sometimes I've got a beard. Sometimes I haven't.
Right.
So it depends. I've had my hair cut since I probably
that's the thing. That's the thing.
But then again, I probably had it cut twice or 3 times since I've been last seen.
Okay, so we're now going to get underway with the pop quiz, but the pop quiz with a difference. If this works, it'll be good. Just give me a moment. I'm going to take that card off screen because we don't need that anymore. So that's just side by side. And then I'm going to go like this.
Oh.
And if I go like this, there
There
we
you
have
go.
it.
You got you in the corner.
What we can actually do, just go like that. Hang on, no, like that. Okay, and then we'll get there. Just a minute. Just a minute. We need to change the theme. Okay, and there we have it.
Hey, that's cool, isn't it?
So we're actually both on screen during the pop quiz.
That's
And
good. That
the thing I was worried about was the sound, but that appears to be okay.
yeah, it's not playing it twice because two different things. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. I was definitely worried about the echo, but we don't have an echo, and I can say that I am using a new piece of software called XSplit Presenter. So XSplit we know from XSplit VCam, XSplit Presenter, new product. It is free, and you just need to go to the XSplit website, and you can download the software. And what it allows you to do is to have several preset scenes which you can switch from and to during the broadcast. So I can go from me on my main camera to me on my laptop camera to me as I set up with a web page at the background. But the magical thing about this is, set tech comment from Corinda, just to make sure that's working too. It's covering my face up. That's not a bad thing. Oh, he's using XSplit Broadcaster. I do Udemy on it. No, not XSplit Broadcaster, Corinda. XSplit Presenter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool because if you think about it, you could have you in the corner and you can have another camera in another location and
Yeah.
all over the place, couldn't you?
Just a minute. Let's just go mad here, shall we? How's that?
Ah, so you can move it as well.
I can go there. How's that look?
You're sitting on top of me now.
Well, I think it looks more balanced when I go over here. So I'll go
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Just move yourself when a comment comes up.
Well, yeah, but okay, right. So pop music it is. And this is the magical thing about XSplit Presenter. The browser is interactive. So I do not need to share screen. I do not need to keep bobbing from one tab to another. I stay on the one tab. I can go into pop music. Okay, Fonz. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, no, or 90s.
Don't know. Let's have a look. Let's do 70s.
70s, okay. And now we need to pick a year.
73.
73. Okay. And all I need to do is press play.
Much better, isn't it?
It's much smoother. Much smoother.
It is, yeah. It's not chugging along, is it?
No, it's cleaner. Right, okay, before we start the quiz then, XSplit Presenter is not a broadcasting software. It's the ability to put together scenes. So this is a scene. To add a web page, your camera, an image, those are the main three, and they just work together, and then you can switch scenes whilst you're live.
Can you do videos as well?
I've just done a video.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. No,
No, good question. I do it for creating videos for Amazon infomercials. Yeah. So I did an infomercial. Shall we just take a break and I'll show you this, see if it works. We're about to break everything, Fonz, but never mind. Okay.
all the fun of it all.
Indeed. I'm just going through slowly to find the video I'm looking for. Okay, I'll bring that up on screen. Okay. And I'm going to show it full screen. Okay.
As you're in the corner. Your lips
Yeah,
not moving.
I'm in a different corner. I use the XSplit Presenter software to create this video. So I'm going to mute user, and now I'm going to mute myself, and we'll just play the video. Trex titanium headphones are lightweight and very, very effective. because they go over, they're open ear, they go over the ear, and that means that whilst you're wearing them, you can hear what's going on. If you've got somebody to the side of you, behind you, you can actually hear what's going on. You can hear the traffic, you can hear all the noises around you, but you can concentrate on the music or the podcast that you're actually playing. Now, they last 6 hours on a 1.5 hour battery charge. You can make and receive phone calls. They are practical. They're coated, so they are rainproof and sweatproof. I use them daily, and they're just good sound and quite probably the best headphones that I've actually tried, because I've tried many over the years, wired. These are Bluetooth, but wired, unwired, and these are the best that I've actually found because they are so simple, easily rechargeable. They pair on Bluetooth, simple and straightforward. Making phone calls is straightforward. You can voice dial. Receiving calls you can do with one button. So if you're looking for a pair of headphones and you do go out and about and you go walking, jogging, running or cycling, then these are the headphones that you should actually consider, because they are so well crafted and practical and good quality. Thank you for listening.
I can hear you.
Can hear me now?
Yeah. I was going to say, was the flashy bit the end to hypnotise people to get them to buy it?
Oh yeah. It's all part.
I tell you, if you could sell them, definitely. That was a good bit of marketing. That was selling.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Right, now let's hide that. That was the first one I ever made.
I don't know. I think because you've used them yourself and all that, and you've got them, you were very genuine about it, and that's what sells it, isn't it?
In the end, it is what people buy. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this, which is the Deco Wi-Fi. I'm going to make that video this afternoon.
It looks like carpet rolled up.
It does a bit, but it works. It works. I've got it. Peter Stewart's got it, and it simply works. Right.
Was it a booster?
But it is, yeah. I mean, basically, you got the signal is level throughout. The wrong way around. The signal is level throughout the house.
Oh yeah, I had to get one of them, but I was lucky. I'm with Virgin Media, and upgraded my package a little bit, and got a free Wi-Fi booster with it.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
You can't turn down free stuff, can you?
You cannot. This is true. This is true. Right. Okay. So back to the quiz, and this time we're both on screen. So not only can you hear us, you can see us. Okay. It feels more natural rather than just being down in the cheap seats. Right. Okay. So our first song is My Love. Was it by Elton John, Billy Joel, Paul McCartney and Wings, or Golden Earring?
And have you got an idea?
I've got. I think I might have. I've got an inkling.
Yeah.
Which is. Oh, wait a minute. No, I've got two inklings. That's. Yeah. No, I've got it. I know who it is.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
Corinda, what's your answer? Who sang My Love? Was it Elton John, Billy Idol, Paul McCartney and Wings, or Golden Earring?
Idol. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Sorry, I misread it. It's this newfangled there. I'm just getting used to it. I've got to bed it in.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting if Billy Idol did sing it.
Yeah. Okay.
We know what you mean.
Right. Okay. So, shall we go with?
I reckon it's McCartney.
I do too. And magically the screen changes, no messing about. And we are with Whiskey in a Jar. Question 2. Was it the Rolling Stones, Steve Miller Band, Thin Lizzy, or Barbara Streisand?
Well, I can tell you one it's definitely not, but I know who it is.
So do I.
Yeah,
so do I.
It's definitely not Barbara Streisand. That would be interesting, her singing it.
Well, definitely a top hit in '73 in the UK.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still, you know what I mean? It's still, you hear a lot of people still listening to it now. I think it's one of those iconic songs, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Right. Okay. I think Corinda's gone for a break. He's sorting out his
Audacity.
His Audacity.
He's got the audacity.
Right. If you're watching us live, thank you. Please do say hello. Fonz and I are attempting this week's pop quiz. 10 questions. We're on question 2. So far, we have 1 out of 1. And we're trying to start this new season with a good score. So if you've got any ideas on who sang Whiskey in the Jar, was it the Rolling Stones, Steve Miller Band, Thin Lizzy, or Barbara Streisand? And you'll notice one difference from last season. Fonz and I are both on screen.
Yeah. Rolling Stones, thingy did. I'm trying to think. Why is he brain code dead? Drummer died recently, didn't he? Oh,
Charlie Watts, yeah.
Charlie Watts, yeah.
Yeah. Before he decided he wasn't going to tour the US.
Yeah.
So we already had a replacement in who's fully up to speed. It won't be Charlie Watts, obviously.
Yeah.
But they are going to go ahead and tour the USA. And I think they'll do it in memory of Charlie Watts, really.
Yeah. I read article about him from years ago. Interesting guy. That once Mick Jagger phoned him up in the hotel room and said to him, "Where's my drummer?" Yeah, and woke him up. He then got out of bed, got dressed in a suit, polished his shoes, like buffed them up, put them on, walked round to Mick Jagger's room. When Mick Jagger undone the door, he punched him straight in the face and said, "I'm not your drummer, you're my singer."
Yes. Band tensions blowing over.
Yeah.
But it's only rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You know, it shows you what kind of an interesting bloke he was, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Are we both going to go with the Irish group?
Yeah.
Thin Lizzy, Whiskey in the Jar.
Definitely.
On to question 3. Angie, was it Paul Simon, the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, or Aerosmith?
Oh, you can hear this one in your head, can't you?
You can, yeah.
Singing it.
One of the best tracks. Yeah. But it could have been Paul Simon. It could have been the Rolling Stones. It could have been Pink Floyd or Aerosmith. So if you're watching,
whoever sang it had many great hits.
Indeed. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. You can still play along and make your guesses as we go through the questions. As you can see this season, we have new technology at work. This is Expert Presenter, which is allowing myself and Fonz to be on screen at the same time. In previous seasons, we've both been voice only. Now you can actually see us.
We're not sure if that's an improvement, though.
Well, hang on. I think it is an improvement. I think, yeah.
You get to see in the background that we're not cheating, that we're not looking it up.
True, we're not Googling, right? Actually, concentration. Right, okay. Are we going to go?
I reckon it's the Stones.
Okay, my mouse was poised over the Stones. Right, song number 4. I got a name. Was it Paul McCartney and Wings, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Pink Floyd, or Jim Croce? Crochet?
Yeah, Crochet in it, something like that.
Crochet, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he Canadian? I don't know.
I think so. He had a big moustache, didn't he? Bit like Groucho Marx sort of character.
Yeah. Okay. Who are we going to go with? Oh, no.
I've no idea. I've got no idea.
Well, let's read them again then. I got a name, Paul McCartney and Wings, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Pink Floyd, or Jim Croce, we've decided. I haven't got a clue either. And we don't, at this moment in time, have an audience. So we can't ask the audience because the audience could be anywhere.
Well,
in fact, because we're actually broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and the website, the audience could be commenting like mad, but we don't see it.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. So we console ourselves with that. This is live in the Live Video Hub group. And we do have a viewer. Hello, viewer. You need to help us now.
Yeah.
I got a name.
I don't think it's definitely Pink Floyd's out.
Right. Okay. So we've taken out Pink Floyd. So if you have a guess and can help us, what we need.
Is it something that McCartney would write though?
I don't know. I got a name. What we need is some of our regulars back. Yeah.
Hopefully they catch on that when we're on.
Yeah. Especially from Sarnia. If we had Kelly from Sarnia, then. Right. Okay. We're going to have to take a flyer at this, Fonz.
Yeah.
Shall we fly for? We're not Pink Floyd. I don't think it's Paul McCartney.
No. So it's between the other two.
Yeah.
So
top or bottom?
Who do you think? What's your inkling at? And I'll tell you.
All right. Let's go with Harold. No, let's go with Jim. Yes.
That's what I would have said. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, this one's really hard.
It is difficult, really, but the answer's in the 4. We know. You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Was it Pink Floyd, Stevie Wonder, George Harrison, or Paul Simon?
This one. I know this one.
Strange that this was the 70s, because we used to dance to this genre of music in the 60s.
Yeah. Very big in the 60s, wasn't it? So
it was, yeah. We used to have Tamla Motown parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changed the sound of music.
Indeed. Tamla and Philly, and yeah.
I think this year, 73. I think George Harrison was busy over a lawsuit, so I don't think it's George Harrison, because his song "My Sweet Lord," without him realizing, actually sounded exactly like a Chiffon song, "He's So Fine."
Yeah.
But that was completely accidental, apparently.
Well, there's only so many chords you can play.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But I'd always, if I wrote a song and somebody else sang a song, and it sounded very similar to my song, I'd think that's kind of cool because it's inspired them to create something new from it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
I don't see it nicking. I see it as inspiration.
Right. Shall we go top right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And right. No. Speak of me. Yes, we keep quiet for a second. Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth. Was it the Doobie Brothers, George Harrison, Carly Simon, or the Steve Miller Band? It's not Steve Miller Band. I nearly said Milliband then.
In that Ed Miller Band, wasn't he the Labour leader? His brother.
Yeah, Ed and David Miliband. But they were actually, it wasn't. Yeah, it was Miliband, not Miliband. Steve Miliband, who had a string of hits in the 70s.
Joke had been the biggest. And Abracadabra, Abracadabra.
Yeah, Jokers to the left of me, Jokers to the right of me.
No, that was Steal His Will.
Steal His Will, right? Okay.
Carly Simon, You're So Vain.
Yes.
I think this song was about. Apparently, that was about Warren Beatty.
Yep. Yeah.
Doobie Brothers, Long Train A Running.
Which only leaves us with one, really.
Georgie, who was going for a lawsuit.
Right. Okay. So we're going to go with George Harrison.
It's definitely his style, isn't it?
Yeah. And right, if you don't know me by now. All right. Okay. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Paul McCartney and Wings, Pink Floyd, or Jim Croce.
I don't know. Do you know what I can hear? I know who it is, but do you know who I can hear singing it? Because it probably comes from my childhood, and it played a lot when I was young. Simply Red.
Ah, right. Okay.
Their cover of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Right. Okay. My feeling is that Harold is the one.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we'll go with Harold.
Harold.
Question number 8, the Where We Were.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Okay, good. Pink Floyd, Billy Paul, Thin Lizzy, or Barbara Streisand?
Have you got an idea?
Yeah, I'm with this.
That's good.
Yeah, I've got this.
That's good. I'll tell you if you know what it is, before you announce what it is, I'll tell you what my guess is. See how close I was.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm probably way out.
No reason to be so. And the Where We Were, is it Pink Floyd, Billy Paul, Thin Lizzy, or Barbara Streisand? Okay, so
We've got to mention somewhere. Get out there, Fonz. From on Facebook.
oh right, okay. Brilliant. Somewhere on Facebook. Somebody's watching the show. Somebody's watching us.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think we can see the comments though, because my phone.
No, we can't. We can only see the comments if it's in the live video hub group.
Yeah, I think it's Nick Wood. Yeah.
Ah, Nick. Great, thank you, Nick. Nick, we're actually in the live video hub group, and we can see the comments there. You should find some comments by Corinda as well.
Yeah.
So
I only noticed it because it buzzed because he mentioned my name.
Right. So, who are we going to go with?
My guess would have been Barbara Streisand.
My guess too is Barbara Streisand.
Ah, that's good.
Okay, so question 9. Right, okay. Who had a hit with Kodachrome? Was it Paul Simon, Marvin Gaye, Barbara Streisand, or Paul McCartney and Wings? Now, we know that from previous quizzes, it's quite possible to have the same artiste featured in more than one question. So that doesn't rule out Barbara Streisand.
Kodachrome. Kodachrome, is that like when Kodak and Google Chrome merge?
Right. Well, I think this was way. This is 73. This is way before Chrome was invented. So, Kodachrome. It started as I'm going to say as a track on an album.
Yeah.
And then took off.
What does Kodachrome? What does it mean?
I don't know.
Do you think somebody just said it and thought that sounds cool? Let's name a song after it.
Well, the gentleman who wrote the song probably could tell us. Imagine writing a song 48 years ago and it's still being listened to on the radio.
Yeah. Did he work for Kodak and invent Google Chrome?
Who knows? Right. Okay. Do you have an inkling or a guess, or do you know?
Barbara Streisand.
Is that a guess?
Yeah.
Go on, you're winding me up now.
No, that's a guess. Barbara Streisand.
Okay, it was in fact Paul Simon.
Was it? Oh, that was a guess. The only reason why I said that is because you said that it could be the same answer twice in a row.
I misled you. I do apologise for that. Right. Right. The 10th one is it's a cert really, but Crocodile Rock, was it by Elton John, Jim Croce, who's appeared as an answer many times, so as Stevie Wonder and George Harrison.
This is an iconic song, isn't it?
Yeah, written by, just to give a clue to somebody, written by Bernie Taupin.
And some other guy.
And some other guy, yeah. Yeah.
So it could be Stevie Wonder, George Harrison, Jim Croce, or Elton John.
George Harrison was involved in a lawsuit at the time, so it can't be him.
Well, he seemed to have time to write "Give Me Love, Give Me Peace" on.
He did, yeah. He did write a hit in '73. That's very true. Okay.
There is a lot of singers gone through lawsuits, though, and so it's nothing unusual.
Oh no. It does happen. We know that. Okay, so Crocodile Rock, was it Elton John, Jim Croce, Stevie Wonder, or George Harrison? And not to put any sort of pressure on anybody, this is to score 10 out of 10 on our return show. I don't think the music gods could have been any kinder than to actually give us this one for the 10th question.
I think you know it as well.
Yeah.
If you don't know it, you've been living on the moon.
Shall we go without?
Yeah, definitely.
And
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. The average
is 8. Yeah, 8.93.
Well, that's pretty good. Leave that on the screen for a second so we can actually take a screenshot of it.
We done all that ourselves as well.
Yeah, we did. We do. We picked the right year. I mean, Corinda suggested 73 as well as yourself, so we picked the right year.
I must have read his mind.
Indeed. But you did agree on that. And Nick, if you've been playing along and you've got them all right, well done. I'm pretty sure we're on my profile and we're on Live Video Hub group.
He wins today's star prize, which is sunlight through the window.
Okay, and we've had a like from Efren Lopez, who is live in the Be.Live streamers group and on the Be.Live page at 9 p.m. tonight for Be.Live. And this is interesting. He's actually going to talk about teleprompters.
Oh, right, yeah.
And
you mean?
Yep, using teleprompters in live broadcast. And at the end of it, this is clever planning for the show. At the end of it, he's actually going to talk about an alternative. So that's
they can be annoying. They can auto cues. I've had to use them in the past. I think they can be, because if you lose your pace of where you're at, you get muddled. The question I was going to ask you, actually, what's the weather like where you are?
Just a minute. Let me come back to me and come back to here. Okay. The weather at the moment is grey. I mean, we went out for a walk about 12:15. We dodged the rain and then it started raining again.
Yeah, it's been pouring down all day here.
Oh.
Yeah, like really. Summer's definitely over now, isn't it?
I'm beginning to think so. I mean, we were promised an Indian summer. And I think we may have missed it last week. Yeah. It came and went so quickly. I mean, we were able to sit out in the garden a couple of times last week.
It was warm last week.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Yeah. Right. We've done the pop quiz then. We've got 10 out of 10. That's pretty amazing.
We haven't lost it. We've still got it.
We haven't. We'll have to do the same quiz next week. No, we won't. No, we'll do it.
Is the questions always the same answers, though? If you redo it, does it give you different answers?
Well, there's only one. It's only one of the four, isn't it? So you've got to have one of the four, and it would be the same.
I mean, if you did quiz number 1, because I've never looked at it that way. I just think, when you redo it, does it jumble them up so you got different questions, or are they always the same questions?
I think it's always the same questions. So that if you've got, say, 6 out of 10, you could actually have another go and get 7 out of 10.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
that's the way it's done. As far as I know. But we say thank you to Trivia Plaza for our non-commercial use of the Trivia Plaza website. We're grateful that it does exist, and it will be featured next week in the broadcast. Okay, now talking earlier about Amazon Live, which sorry, all right, okay. Amazon Live. It doesn't show up properly there, does it? Anyway.
But that's it's got transparent background in there, isn't it?
It is. That's why it doesn't work. You
need to put it on a background.
It needs to be on a plain background.
Yeah.
don't think
it does work. It looks like it's on a grey background. I don't know how you see it. It looks like it's on a grey background to me.
Yeah.
But it needs to be white, I think. White kind of background.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Amazon Live, although you can't see it properly, I mean, I'm just loving it. I've got to say, I've been there. It was Marco Nova and said, you want to go on Amazon Live? And I resisted until the point at which he said, I made $1,000. Now, as soon as he said he made $1,000, it became a proposition.
Yeah.
And you need an iPhone or an iPad.
Yeah.
That's the hardware requirement. And then the requirement you have is time.
Doesn't it work for a computer?
Oh yeah, but the whole show is controlled from an iPad or an iPhone.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So you've got to physically have one. I bought an iPad from Amazon for $300, and I got my money back in the first 5 weeks. So
that's good, though, isn't it?
It's a good investment. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to spend money to make money.
That's true. That's true. That was the only investment though, and I'm blown away by the iPad itself. I mean, I've been Android and Windows for so long that the last Apple product I had was the iPod.
Yeah,
and that's the first generation iPod, not the.
I remember the little tiny ones. They were when you like out and about. They were cool, little tiny ones.
Yeah, well, they were preceded by Sony Walkman, of course.
Oh yeah, Sony. How can you? What used to make me laugh is like when the Sony Walkman were brilliant. You could have the cassette tape. It was bulky, but you could hear and it was the thing at the time. So you didn't care about that. You could just, because when they brought out the Sony Discman, that's when it went tits up, because I used to ride my bike, listen to my Sony Walkman. Try and listen to a Sony Discman is impossible because every lump you go over, the CD jumps. So it didn't work. But then somebody created mini disc, which were brilliant. And they were a bit too late, basically. They didn't quite, something that could have been brilliant, didn't quite.
Well, it's a bit like VHS and Betamax, isn't it? Yeah. Anybody who bought Betamax sort of raved about the superior quality to VHS, and it was. But VHS had got the market.
Yeah.
Sony and JVC and every other Japanese manufacturer flooded the market.
Do you remember Video 2000?
That's a Philips product.
Yeah. It played as a videotape that played on both sides.
Yeah.
They were cool. My dad had one.
Yeah, that was very cool. At that time, I was working as an accountant for an electrical retailers.
Yeah.
And I got to try one out as well. Okay. Because the rep came in and said, here's the new 2000. I said, can I try one? He said, yes, you can. So we did. Yeah, I mean, that the technology.
As far as I can remember, the discs, not the discs, the tapes were very far and few between. You couldn't get really.
No,
they weren't like VHS and that in the shop.
No. Do you remember the Blockbuster?
Yeah.
God, where are they now?
Yeah. Well, it's like a lot of shops, isn't it? You think about it. Look, everything like from the 80s backwards is all disappearing. Like my son lives in Northampton, and on their industrial bit, when they're all the shops, they've got this massive Toys R Us that's basically derelict, all spray painted and stuff. And you think, if I'd said to myself 10 years ago, Toys R Us wouldn't be here in 2021, I'd laugh at that because it was massive. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And we've seen a major change in shopping as well. Debenhams.
Yeah. That's another one. Well, I think Debenhams. I'll say it right in a minute. Debenhams. I can't say it.
Debenhams. I've got it for you.
Yeah. Was a big part of the Grafton Centre in Cambridge, which is a big shopping arcade. And because they've gone, the future of that shopping centre is basically going down the pan. All the shops are getting empty. They've got nothing in them. And it could end up not being a shopping centre anymore. It might end up being an hotel or a research centre. And it's kind of sad because they knocked down all these houses to build this shopping centre, and
Yeah.
come 2021, it's in risk of not being there itself.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, the major stores bring people in, bring the footfall in.
Yeah.
As soon as they've gone, people have fewer reasons to actually visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you had the smaller, you had like, it's like everything. You have high brand, middle, and the smaller people, and it's the bigger brands that bring people in, and then they shop in the middle shops and the smaller shops. But if you haven't got the big names there, people don't want to know, do they?
No, that's true, and it means that not only the shopping centres but the high streets are bereft as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that everybody just wants to buy, sadly, online now. I can probably see a time where most of people shopping will be online. You'll have, sadly, why, because I was talking about this the other day, actually, more charity shops and small shops and main chains would just mostly be online, or pickup places, wouldn't they? Like where you pick something up.
Yeah, and Devisors, there's a charity shop walk in Devisors. You can start at one end of Devisors and you can walk down the side street, then down the main street, and then down another street and down another street.
Yeah, there's lots of places like that, I think. It reminds me of something in Cambridge. They had a King Street run in King Street, Cambridge. Used to have like loads of pubs, and you start at one end of King Street. I think they've only got 3 left now. No, 4. And you start at one end and you go right down the other. And if you can survive time you get to the end, then you've won the King Street run. It's like that now, isn't it? Instead of going to the pub and getting drunk and see if you can survive, it's how much you spend time you get to the end in the charity shops.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, since last time that we did this show, things have changed. We are now have our freedom. And it feels better to be able to go out and about now, whenever you want, wherever you want.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of normality is returning.
It is, most definitely. And
what I've seen in the news, though, I don't know if you've seen it about doctors. Doctors, well, a lot of people getting up in arms because a lot of doctors won't see you, only video calls and phone call, and I think a lot of people actually want the doctors to go back to normal.
Well, that's it. Doctors and dentists are both still working under COVID regulations. So you can't walk in, you've got to get an appointment, you've got to phone up to get an appointment, you stay on the line until you actually get through to somebody on reception.
Well, I was waiting 2.5 hours to speak to somebody the other day. And I just left the phone on hands-free and was doing other stuff. I actually cooked dinner while I was waiting.
Yeah.
But it is sad. It is sad. Because that's that's an important service. So hopefully that goes back to normal soon.
Well, I hope that the schools went back last week. We'll know next weekend what effect it has had. The number of daily new cases dropped yesterday. If it carries on dropping, then we know going the right way. Because if the cases drop, then the people in hospital goes down and people dying goes down. So you've got a delay between one and the other.
You're never going to get a zero. It's like everything, isn't it? There's always going to be a percentage.
Yeah, I think I agree. We've got to live with it. And I don't know about you, but I still wear a mask in the shop.
I do sometimes. It depends where it is, because if it's a big, massive shop, like Tesco's, it's a bit different. But if it's like a small shop with lots of people, cram packed, then it's a bit different. Because I struggle with a mask because I can't see nothing through my glasses because they steam up.
So do mine. Yeah, I walk around the shop and I walk around like that.
Yeah. Then you bump into things because you can't see them. And like you're holding the thing up to your face like that to try and read the label.
Tell you one thing that has changed in recent months is I've got this. Now this is a magnifying glass with light, as you can see.
Bright light.
Not so bright light.
Oh, it changes.
Oh yeah, it goes off as well. I got to the stage now. You know when you buy a chicken or you buy a joint, and the cooking instructions are so small.
Oh yeah, it's like everything. It's like lots of things. I'm finding that with a few things that you're looking at it and you think, however did they print that on there? Because that's so small.
Yeah, but it's incredible. It's just. I mean, I can switch it on, and I can put it up to the screen, and I can see what Corinda actually said. Okay, and I can read it. So during the day,
but you want to look at small writing. There's my air freshener. Look how small that is.
Yeah, I mean, if I put the magnifying glass on that one, I can't see that. So that's one change which I'll admit to. During the day, it lives in the office with me, and then in the evening, it's down in the kitchen. But it's available on Amazon. Just saying.
Yeah. How much?
I think it was about £12.
That's all right.
Yeah. I mean, considering it's got 3 light intensities, and it's got, I think it's 20x magnification.
Yeah.
And it means I've just realised that actually I can actually read what Corinda writes without squinting it out. I don't have to go like that anymore. I can just go like that, and that's rather. You're finding out different things every day. I am confused. Code 999. I can read that. This is a breakthrough, Fonz.
Is this the bit down the side? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's small as well. That's small. I can see it with my glasses on. But if I took my glasses off, I'll be like this.
That's it. I mean, if I go close, then I can actually read it.
Yeah.
But I can now read everything.
Well, you like reading books? Is it? You need it for books?
No, I'm fine with Kindle's fine.
So it's just it's really small print.
Yeah, that's it. My font size on Kindle is smaller than Angelica's.
Yeah,
and she's 5 years younger than me. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's the development since our last broadcast.
No, it's all. I think nothing you can do about things is it? You just got to adjust to them, and you've done that. You just got to adjust.
You've got to adjust. You've got to go get some technology to help. And I can now read the labels on chicken and the labels on joints.
So there's no reason for it to be burnt anymore. Then.
It never is. I mean, I've got the cooking. I've got the temperatures and the cooking times off by heart. Okay. Yeah. Did you say the tennis? Yeah. Sorry.
I was going to say, at least you're not like me. I once cooked a chicken and I wanted to cook it quick, so I turned it up on full, cooked it, and it was burnt on the outside. But when you looked inside, it was still raw.
Pink. Yeah. Right. Did you watch the tennis over the weekend?
No, I'm not. I tell you something really weird. I used to play tennis when I was younger. Okay. I used to play a fair bit of tennis, but I've never really watched it. I'm more of a, when it comes to sports, I'm more of a competitor than the watcher.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Okay. No, it makes eminent sense. You don't do it.
I like to be involved.
Yes. Okay. Well, in that case,
the only sport that I really watch, which is don't know if you can class it as sport, is wrestling, because that's one I wouldn't want to be involved in.
Well, no. Yes. I mean, some of it's rehearsed, but when you get hurt, that's not rehearsed.
Oh yeah. It is all. It is basically all planned out, but like you said, you can seriously get hurt if a mistake happens.
Right. Well, just basically because she deserves it and everybody else is doing it, just a shout out and congratulations to Emma, who won the US Open at the weekend.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I didn't. I thought you meant, did I watch any matches?
All right. Okay. Now, the 2 points. This one, it's stunning that she went there as a qualifier and actually had to play 3 matches to qualify to actually play. and then she played another 7 matches, and she won all of them. She won all of them in 2 sets. She was never taken to a third set, and she beat the best players in the world, and deservedly so. And the other side to this is that hopefully the final was on Amazon Prime, so Angelica and I could I could watch it. Angelica could, yeah, if you get what I mean. So I was going to watch it on Amazon Prime, and then Channel 4 paid 20 million to Amazon, and they were able to show it on live on Channel 4 as well. So it was this.
No.
It was the Prime coverage, but it was actually on Channel 4 as well.
They could have given me 20 million, and I would have given them a dodgy copy.
And the thing that's not been highly publicized, because they don't publicize this sort of thing, is that Amazon are given the 20 million to charity.
Ah, right. But that's good, though, isn't it?
That's good. I mean, that paints a whole different picture.
Yeah.
So they own the rights. They charged a fair sum to Channel 4. Channel 4 got the rights to actually show it. They got the rights to do the advertising, and they probably came out on top. I hope.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they made more than 20 million.
Well, what it is, it's about drawing people to them, and by drawing viewers, they got how it works in media is like it's to get the viewers, so they got the figures of the viewers. So when they go to advertising, it brings good money from advertisers. That's how they get the money back.
This is very true. Right. Is your radio station accepting advertising?
I've got to look at.
Tell us about it. Bring us up to date, if you would.
Well, it's a radio station, but it's a radio station with a difference. It just plays music. So no chat, no presenters. It just plays music, and it's got quite a following in a lot of countries that I can't pronounce.
Right.
So, which is good. But there's some guy in America or some lady in America who's constantly watching it non-stop. Yeah. And if I can get it up, because I've actually got it, as if hopefully they're listening to it now. They've been listening to it currently for 113 hours, 30 minutes, and 28 seconds.
Wow.
Non-stop.
That's dedication. Brilliant.
Yeah. It is a possibility of advertising, yeah, but it's just knowing the broadcasting rules if I'm allowed to accept advertising.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Because I understand what you're meaning.
Because of the software that I use and the license that I've got, it may not cover advertising.
Right.
The license may say you got license to play music, but on these grounds you can't do advertising. So it's all, there's a lot of hidden stuff in the background, but I'll check it out. Why, do you know somebody who wants advertising?
I'm looking for sponsors myself.
Oh, right.
If anybody would like to, I mean, the videos I did in August on Amazon Live had 54,000 views, 54,000 people possibly actually watching the videos. Once I got to 100,000, then I will be looking for sponsors, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a good way. But what radio station that I worked for a long time ago, they had a clever idea that and you don't see it much now, not just advertising in between programs, but they pushed a drive to get their shows sponsored. So each show, and it pushed presenters because as well to put more effort into it, because they had to do a polish production for a company to sponsor them. Mm-hmm. And you're getting double advertising, and you get a lot of programs on TV do that now, don't you? Like this, like Coronation Street, sponsored by, I don't know, Argos at the moment. But it's not a new thing. It's double money for a bit of advertising. There's nothing wrong with having a company sponsor you.
That's true.
Keeps the product going.
It does. It does. Right. Okay. I think we've come to a natural break. Fonz, it's over to you.
Yep. I forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, anyway, on that bombshell, of me forgetting what I've got to say, that's the end of the show.
Right. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be back at the same time next week, 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK on Tuesday. We'll have another pop quiz, another discussion, and we look forward to seeing you then. We're off to go and do some marketing. Good luck to Ephraim, who's live on Be.Live at 9 o'clock tonight and in the Be.Livers group as well. To everybody who's watched this live, thank you. To Corinda, we hope you get your Audacity sorted out. We'll see you again.